Guys, okay, I guess I'm live. I hope I'm live. First time I'm doing this. So, hey everybody, it's Martin Jalad. And today, what I would like to talk to you guys about and go over are all the great exclusives that we have done over the years. And this is my collection, that's what we're looking at right now. And so I thought, it'd be interesting. We've really not ever really done this to kind of go piece by piece and give you guys a little bit of history on it and stuff like that. And so anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start here with our very first exclusive. So I remember at the time, this is in 2006. I think we had just decided to move to the DoubleTree hotel after having been at the Marriott Century Center for the first 2 years, I guess. First 2 years we were elsewhere, then 2 years there. So anyway, I remember Buddy and I kind of racking our brains trying to figure out what we would like to do. And one of the sets, the classic sets that was kind of near and dear to our heart was honestly Deep Freeze. And so we decided to go ahead and put this together. And if memory calls, which sometimes it doesn't, at least ask my wife. It seems I forget a lot, but so I believe Cotswold was helped us with this particular figure right here. And at the time, so really what came with the outfit was the outfit itself, like you see this guy wearing right here. And the foot locker right here. Now the foot locker is handcrafted, right? It's a beautiful piece of work. Both Don Coffey and Greg Sherb were responsible for this. And it really turned out great. Now the first couple of exclusives that we did not in fact include a figure. It was just, the outfit itself. And I think at the time, probably Cotswold picked up whatever we did not sell. And quite honestly, don't really recall how many we did. It was probably between 50 and 100 this first time. And again, so this marks the first exclusive Joe Lanta figure or outfit. However, Small Blue Planet, I think, did a figure for the first two shows. Exceedingly hard to find. I think they probably only did maybe 20, 25 of each. Somebody may know numbers other than that, but again, hard to find. I think this right here would be the very first 1/6 t-shirt. I'm pretty sure Project R made this. This one right here is pretty interesting. So I have no idea who made this one right here. But last year, Toy Lanta and Retroville co-sponsored swap meets, and the first couple that I actually did in my yard when I was in Douglasville. And a buddy of mine, Shannon, who sells a whole ton of stuff, he actually found it and gave it to me, so it is now proudly in my collection. Again, notice the Joe Atlanta rather than Joe Lanta. I know that a lot of our guys still, and EJ, I'm going to throw you out there, bud, but you still refer to it as Joe Atlanta. So anyway, there you go, Joe Atlanta t-shirt. So moving on now to the next outfit that we did. And now this is jumping to 2008. I don't know if you guys recall, but in 2007, we did not actually have a Joe Lanta. The national show had asked to come to Atlanta, and I remember us actually helping promote, and as a result we kind of skipped. So excuse me one sec. Hey guys, can you get Domino please? When you're live, those of you who've been to my house are well aware of this beast right here. Yeah. She looks innocent and cute, but believe me. So she wants some attention now. Sorry. Can't give it to you. Okay. Back to this right here. So at this point now, we had moved to the to Marietta, actually, for a year. We're at the Cobb County Civic Center. And this particular outfit here was modeled after the character that David Lane wrote about in Panama Joe. And that's the pulp style book that you see behind him. And so this actually marks the very first Hawaiian shirt as well that we did. And obviously that's been a staple ever since. But this is where it started, right over here. Again, this particular outfit did not come with a figure. It was in fact shrink wrapped onto the book itself. And Mike Gardner's handiwork comes into play right here, because he actually cast this golden chupacabra idol, which is definitely in the book. So pretty cool. You see that foam core logo right there. Mike created that too. I think Buddy made it, but Mike created it. So moving on here to 2010. So 2010, we're back at the Marriott Century Center, and we decide that we want to go ahead and do an exclusive. And I really think, again, if memory serves, that Mike Gardner really spearheaded this particular one right here. And so playing on the 2010 Joe Odyssey kind of thing. Can't remember who did that awesome artwork. I know it was not Buddy, it was someone else. We've really been fortunate over the years to have had many great artists help us with things and lend their creative talent to all of these. So anyway, so this particular outfit initially came with a classic style figure like the one you're seeing right there. One thing you may notice when you see all the figures that I show, I pretty much go ahead and put a vintage style figure, an adventure team figure on all of the outfits. And that's just my thing. A lot of times I may have a custom head sculpt or flock. I should say flock, because they're all vintage heads. And so this one right here, I guess in 2010, there was somebody flocking at Jolanta, and they kind of did a mini-me. So you can see there they kept my hair black, but I guess at the time my goatee was graying already, and now I'm graying a little bit everywhere, but you know. So that was that figure right there. Ralph has been great over the years as well, always kind of contributing and donating different extra accessories for the outfit. And this right here, I think he put this together, and I think there's some items in there, but memory doesn't do great. Okay, moving on right here. Now here's where it starts really, we amp it up a little bit, where we start making a custom coffin box. One of my favorite outfits right here, the Attack on Safari Base 11. As you can tell, it is actually modeled after a vintage jungle explorer. Now we're gonna take a little trip down here. So at the bottom of all my exclusives, there you see some of my action men. Actually, those are all the action men I have. The jungle explorer right there is mine from when I was a kid. And so when we were trying to figure out what to do, I lobbied for us to go ahead and use this outfit because it was obviously very near and dear to my heart. And incidentally, the Grenadier Guard next to him, that is also my childhood action man. So those two guys right there, they've been with me since like 1970, 71. All right, so going and looking again at this, I believe Don Coffey and Greg Sherb were responsible for it. The helmet right there, I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, glitched there for a second. I got scared. Anyway, the helmet right there, the pith helmet, was made by Scott Stewart. I had seen that he had done something similar, a pith helmet like that in a reddish color, and I asked him whether or not he could do just a custom exclusive one for us for this figure, and so he did. And I love this figure. I think it turned out really, really great. Buddy kills it with the artwork as always on the box, putting one of our favorite James Bonds right there, Mr. Sean Connery. I think it looks great. So let's move on down here. So we kind of took a little bit of a change of pace right here and decided to go with a whole steampunk vibe. And this is the Chronos Adventurer that David Lane came up with. And Don Coffey and Greg Sherb went ahead and still don't know whether I'm actually live or not. Anyway, somebody tell me if I'm still on. Anybody tell me whether I'm still on? I'm looking at all the people that are watching. Am I still here? Okay. Thank you, Terry. Hey, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this, guys, so bear with me. Anyway, so this particular outfit, again, they killed it. I mean, the detail, I think, on the trench coat that Don and Greg did really, they really wowed it, man. They wowed us. Again, Buddy killed it with the artwork on the box. I think they also did the box for us. Thank God, because hey, believe me, later on, I know how hard it is to do the boxes, so. Moving on to this guy right here, he is obviously not a complete exclusive. I mean, he just has his St. Patrick's Day shirt, because I know you guys know quite a few years we kept falling on that weekend, and I think that one particular year, and I don't know who brought hats, so one of our great attendees brought these hats, and so I decided to deck this guy out. And that particular year, Radio Cult also did a 1/6 t-shirt, and that's what this dude's wearing right here. Moving on to this guy right here. So the Zeppelin Commander. Honestly, a fan favorite over the years. And this particular one, again, I think we had the pants made. And if I'm not mistaken, Kathy Ellis of Quartermaster Customs did this and has done quite a few items for us over the years. You should check her work out because she does a great job. I believe we had the Zulu Dawn kind of helmet there. That was cast by somebody, not quite sure who. But this figure came out really well. We did a custom flock as well, if you can see that right there. We got a glare from the light in the background. We tried something different this year as well. We tried putting this in a cylindrical tube. I'm sure you guys remember. Unfortunately, though, it was a little on the small side, so it didn't quite have the effects that we really wanted. But the figure itself was fantastic. And Buddy had done some awesome artwork, kind of simulating some kind of a time machine. And that was the whole idea behind that. So the guy you're looking at now, looks like he's wearing PJs. Again, I think Kathy just did a small handful of the pants, and I decided to get that. I like the whole skull design. So right next to it right here, the Defenders of Bullet Man guy. This was, if memory serves, this was really a Cotswold exclusive at Joel Anta that particular year. And this is in 2013. I'm sorry, this is 2014. This is the 2014, and again, I think they just did the box and they did the outfit itself, but not the figure. It did not come with a figure. David Howard did the fantastic artwork there. It looks awesome. Love it. Love the whole thing. I really enjoy that piece. So moving on right here, again, now we're 2014. Joel Anta exclusive. We did, again, still going with the steampunk kind of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We did the Nautilus Gunner. And, you know, again, you see Charles Bronson right there. And the head sculpt was done by the amazing David Oswald. Now, as you can tell, obviously mine does not have that original head on it. as much as I liked it, I wanted to kind of stay mostly in theme with my vintage adventure team head sculpts. And I believe at the time, I think that Scott Beckman may have flocked this for me, and he did an awesome job. I really liked it. I wasn't expecting it, and it looks really great. Another thing that I like about this outfit is, and this is when Brian Tatum began to kick in as well, and over the years he has steampunked, and weathered a whole lot of stuff, but check out that harpoon. I mean, he handmade the harpoon. We were kind of worried at first that that people may not like it or it was dangerous for kids, because I mean that can be used as a weapon right there. So, but hey, that turned out pretty nice, I think. And yeah, Alan, I see you're saying you're right. There were two versions of that Dob Army. I think one of them had long sleeves, right? And I obviously just got that version right there. Okay. So moving on to 2015 here. Again, the last year that we're doing a steampunk themed figure. And this idea right here was, obviously we all love Bullet Man. And let's do a steampunk Bullet Man. And hence Colonel Caliber came about. The figure sold okay, I guess. And I really like it. And I like the handlebar mustache and all of that. But you know what? He's a Bullet, right? He doesn't really need any extra help. I mean, he's a superhero Bullet. So kind of giving him a gun or some kind of accessory kind of seems a little weird, but hey, that's what we did. We threw an accessory in with him there, weathered by Brian Tatum. All right, so this is, I don't want to say out of place in my collection here, but this is actually one of EJ's lobby swap exclusives. So I think EJ started maybe 2 or 3 years prior to that. He's had about 5 really, really awesome exclusives that he himself commissioned and does. And he usually does a run of like 20 figures. So if you guys don't have that collection, you need to check it out. This particular one right here is near and dear to me. I helped him put this one together. My love of Marks that started in 2010. And so, yeah, I mean, we always knew that like the Action Man, I'm going to go down to here. See the French Foreign Legion Action Man. That guy always held quite a fondness in my heart. I never had him as a kid, so I really wanted him. Anyway, so this particular figure was put together. So a Johnny West head was reflocked to give it that particular look. We had the kepi, the cloth for the kepi made. Then I believe that, again, Brian Tatum used his wizardry to go ahead and kind of weather that particular outfit, giving it some kind of a steampunky look, but really like the way that turned out too. All right. Now here, in my opinion, is probably one of the best pieces that we've ever done right here. And I say that because this really, to me, is something that Hasbro could have very easily done. If they had continued, if they had kind of gone with a military adventure team kind of look. But this really, I really like this. I think all the elements really come together. I believe it was, we went with Cotswold. Cotswold worked with us with this particular piece. Again, the jumpsuit, was an exclusive to us as well. The pattern and the pockets, the 4 pockets everywhere. It did come with a red head. You can't really see the artwork there, but he did that with some help from David Howard too. That was like a collaboration that year. But that guy really turned out great. I liked him too. Okay, so now we're going here to 2017. And incidentally, starting in 2016 is when we started putting the boxes, or actually 2015 we started putting the boxes together. And I know it's like almost folklore at this point. For us here, a lot of times we will meet together the Wednesday, like one Wednesday or two Wednesdays before the show to actually put the figure together. And so all the local Toylanta, Jolanta crew will all get together and we'll do that, and it's great camaraderie, and it's a lot of fun. So anyhow, so here we go. So I really don't know how we came up with this, but I do know that I was looking online for this kind of journey to the center of the earth kind of theme. And I was looking at cave explorers, and there was a picture of three folks wearing these colors right here. And I don't know where they were cave diving, but to me this is a very striking outfit as well. The red, black, and yellow really pop. Now, local poor bonicas, for those of you that don't know, like Felipe out of Brazil worked on this figure or this outfit right here. He did an awesome job. I really like the way this turned out. Mike Gardner shared his handiwork there. He cast those helmets right there. And then, again, I think some of them came with various accessories. I know there's some carbines and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this. I don't know how many of you, I don't know if you can really see it clearly, but starting there, and I believe that was 2018. 2018 was the first year that we actually had a 3 3/4 Real American Hero style exclusive. And Brian Cozen had reached out to me, and he had done a number of these over the years, and so he reached out to me, and I said, you know, I thought that was a really good idea. The rest of the board thought so too, because we have tons and tons of people who, you know, some people like both 12-inch and 3 3/4, but we also have a lot of Jolanta, Toylanta 3 3/4 collectors. So this was made available for the first time. Custom artwork. It really turned out nice. All right, here's the Wing Diver, 2018. Again, we're thinking adventure team. Obviously, from here on, this was kind of military adventure team. Then we're really trying to just go adventure team. This guy right here. It was a good concept, but I think, and again, local poor bonicas did this. And somehow I think that maybe we should have increased the amount of material here to make it look a little more realistic. He obviously couldn't have any accessories, right? I mean, this guy's jumping off a mountain. He's not going to be carrying he's not going to have a backpack or a machine gun or whatever. Still a fun thing that we had not seen done before, and so still pretty proud of it. Okay, there's last year's, and I know, sorry how dark it is, but last year's 3 3/4 exclusives are kind of zombie apocalypse type things right there. All right, and then this leads us to last year's figure. Now, wow, I gotta say wow, because this guy has tons of accessories. He is decked out, and you'll notice the bearskin rug kind of thing that he's wearing. That was done by Brian Tatum. He just made a small handful of those, and again, I thought, wow, that really works well. So the way he made it was that it can either work as a bearskin rug, or he put a clasp on it so it can actually go around and be worn like this. Again, Buddy did the artwork on the box, and this marks the first year that Sergeant Van, with his custom boxes, stepped in and he did this box for us. This box is absolutely fantastic. The construction of the box and the fact that it has an inner sleeve that also has all of the prior exclusives over the years. I mean, the presentation of this box is fantastic, and incidentally, we did again for 2020 for the exclusive. Sergeant Van did another bang-up job with the box. But going back to this figure right here, I really am not sure. We've used a number of different sources to create these outfits. Not sure who did this. They did a great job. And again, this particular figure had like a ton of stuff that came with it. So, and guys, that kind of marks the end of the little tour of going through all of the figures. This year's figure will be shipped out to all those commanders that purchased the figure. And just so you know, the value of the figure is $110. So we will just ship the figure to you, and then that is basically the total cost of the 110. So I've really enjoyed this. This is always a fun project for us to put these figures together. It is a collaboration among not just the board, but others that may be there. And we really talk about it and try and see, you know, what do people really want? What direction do we want to go in? This year, our choice to go ahead and go with Uncle Sam was really one of nostalgia and the love that a lot of us have for that particular James Montgomery flag image. I mean, that classic image. And so, anyway, I'm looking forward to when we can put those figures in all your hands, those of you that have purchased them. There are a few left. And again, as always, I mean, people can purchase them even when they don't attend the show. I mean, quite a few people do. So, well, guys, thank you so much. I will try and do another video, and I think one of the things regarding virtual Toylanta. So this is a forum that we hope we can keep going year-round. And so whenever anybody wants to post anything or interviews or anything else, feel free to use that. I mean, I think I hope it's been as fun for you guys as it has for us to be able to do that and try and share some of Toylanta, Joe Lanta with all of you. And so having said that, I hope everybody stays safe. Love you guys, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.